It's 2020. Welcome. We just stepped into 2020. What changed? What's the difference between 2019 and 2020? What's the difference? No difference at all. It's still business as usual. We're still got a battle to fight. We're still going to win. We're still struggling. We don't care. Change the name, change the title, 2018, 2019, 2020. Doesn't change what we have to do beyond schizophrenia. That's where we're going. We're taking everything that was stolen from us, man. We're going there. We're going. We don't care. Listen, I don't care if it's schizophrenia, if it's schizoaffective, all the other schizos that they have, if it's bipolar, if it's drug addiction, alcohol addiction, whatever it is, we're not going to stop. We don't care about the titles, whatever. All that is meaningless because it doesn't change what we have to do. We have to struggle. We have to fight. We have to take our lives back. That's all there is to it. No if, and, or buts. We keep moving. We're going beyond. We're going through beyond schizophrenia in 2020. Same thing. Doesn't matter. The power of support. That's going to help us get through this, right? The power of support. I understand, and I'm sure you understand how important that is. If you have a loved one, if you yourself are going through schizophrenia, you know you need somebody. You know having people there for you would be helpful. You may not even want to admit that, but it would. For me, it was, even though I had support, I was always so lonely because my support was always the enemy. And that's what the illness does. It twists the mind and warps reality and throws us through this delusional lens. And we judge the world through that lens, right? And it's always come up with a twisted reality. We need support. And if you're someone who has a family member, a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, someone who's suffering with schizophrenia, be that support for them. Don't be ashamed. A lot of times, I've read about people, I've heard people speak as well that, they've had family who were ashamed. And sometimes that in certain communities, that is the reality. People feel ashamed because, listen to this. Mother is ashamed because daughter is sick with an illness. Father is ashamed because son is sick with an illness. Brother is just like the same thing. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Who's ill in this situation? It's hard to tell. Because isn't that a sickness in itself? How in the world is a person going to be ashamed because somebody needs help in your family? Get over that nonsense, man. Get over yourself. Because this is what it is. It's totally a self-centered way to think. Unless you realize that, you're going to add to the burden that's already burdening somebody, trying to crush them under an enormous weight, and then you come with the giant brick, boom, hit them with something like that. Just one more thing to carry. Some help you are, so get out of that. You gotta be there for somebody in a way that is meaningful, in a way that's going to help them get through what they're getting through. Because there's two ways to go about it. This story can go in a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways, not just two. But there's just really two ways it's going to add. You're going to get help or you're not going to get help. But ultimately, how all that goes can go in a lot of different ways. But you can make things easier. The recovery process easier by being a support that is patient and understanding and learning about what's going on with the person. It's not about you at the moment. And also, I do understand the support. The person who is doing the support, especially if it's one person, that's a lot to carry, right? So you got to take care of your health as well, right? It's not just give, because you need as well, right? The person who's doing supporting, you need to take care of health. You need to take care of your mind as well, because a lot of times it can be so much burden on the mind that it just causes you to lose patience with the person who's suffering, and then just makes the whole situation worse. So take care of yourself. And if you take care of yourself, you have inside you what you need: the love, the care, the understanding, compassion, all those things to fill that person, to offer that person, right? Because they need that. I was fortunate to have a family like that. I was fortunate to have a mother who, you know, learned all she could about schizophrenia, who did all she could to help me. She became my guardian, took away my right to harm myself, and you know, got me into the hospital, got me the help I need. And I have sisters who were there, a cousin who was there visiting me, always helping me, always, you know, just treating me as a person. You know, never never, you know, nobody's ever afraid of me or ever pointed to, you know, the trying to make that thing me. You know, everybody else recognized me, and that was a beautiful thing, because I don't know if that helped or not, and maybe it did, because I've always tried to recognize myself. And I did a video about that, schizophrenia and recognizing yourself, or something like that. But that's, you know, they always recognized me, and they always sought to help me. And, you know, so whatever you can do to be there for that person, try your best to be there. You know, sometimes the person's going through it. They don't understand what's going on. They don't see the world the way that everybody else sees it. They see it through a lens of the delusion. And so everything is twisted and upside down. Good is bad and bad is good. You know what I mean? Sometimes the people are there for you, they're the enemies, right? And they are the enemy because the illness, its ultimate goal is to do the person in, to take their lives. Support is the thing that can save that person's life. So we push people away. We push people away. We don't need anybody, you know. And sometimes people just take that and they go off, rather than fighting to be in that person's life, doing all they can to help their friend, to help their family, their son, their daughter, brother, whatever it is, until that person can see the world and see the reality that's in front of them, and really help to get better from that position, from that vantage point. So don't mind when you hear that people telling you all these things. Like I've told people, you know, I hated them all, I cursed them all, but man, everybody was still there. It was frustrating me. It was frustrating when I cursed at my mom. And she's like, "Oh son, it's not you talking." It ticked me off. She was that understanding, you know. And I'm thankful for that, because now I was able, you know, it's just a lot less to deal with. You know, imagine people out there on the streets who have to worry about food, or about clothes, a place to sleep, and all these things, and still struggling with what's up there. It's hell. It's literally hell. That's the best word I can use to describe it, you know. Power of support. If two are walking together, one falls down, the other's there to help them up. That's what it is, you know. And you know, you're traveling, and the heat gets you. You fall, somebody catches you, drags you in the shadows or in the shade, get some water, get some food, you eat, you rest up, you're both energized again, you're ready to go. You know, if you're traveling again on the road by yourself, but if that happened by yourself, who's going to help you? You fall down, you hit your head, you might not wake up. And if you wake up, you might wake up naked, because somebody else come in and take all that you have. We'll sell it. Also, you kept doing the same journey. You're going by yourself. Somebody jumps out. Give it what you got. What are you going to do? That's what you're carrying. That's your life. It's going to sustain. It's going to maintain you on the rest of the way. So you're not going to give it up easy. And if you do give it up, then how are you going to fare the rest of the way, right? So they might just take what you got if they're bigger, more aggressive, whatever it is, right? But if there's two of you now and somebody comes up, hey, give me what you got. Well, it's one of you and two of us. It's not, it's a different story there. And if there's three of us, let's not talk about what's going to happen to this guy. So that's the power of support. It's power of having people traveling with you in this life. You know, you can't do it by yourself. And if you're ill, if you're sick, it's that much harder. You know, so do what you can for people struggling for schizophrenia. You know, it makes such difference. 2020, we're starting off with the power of support, schizophrenia. We're going all the way through again. See ya.